Oh, he's getting it now.
Hey everyone, welcome to Heavy Metal Customs. Today, of course, we're back on our 1968 Mustang project that we're into. And what we're going to get into today, I'm going to weld that rear panel that I made. I'll show you that here in a second. And Casey is going to take apart the front end so that we can get the frame done. This is the panel that I made. The back seat goes on that. Yeah, it's a big safety thing. If you didn't see the video beforehand, watch it and I'll explain everything, but I got to get that welded in place and get it primed. And then when I get through with that, I'll help Casey. What he's going to do is take this whole front end back apart. Then we're going to get the frame cleaned up and get it all undercoated on back past the firewall. That way, that's done. We'll let it dry overnight, come back in the morning, and then we can put all of the front end assembly back on, and we'll be done with that. So, enough yapping. Let's get to working. Alright, Casey got that rear end. It's not the rear end, it's front end, Casey.
Could be a rear end.
What's wrong with that boy? He got the front end stripped off here. So, we went in there, we taped up where we wanted. Now, we're fixing to undercoat using the same stuff that we used on the rear. Seems to be a pretty good product, and I want everything to match. I'm using this Rust-Oleum. This is the rubberized black. But yeah, Casey's shaking up a couple cans now, so we're fixing to get to undercoating. Alright guys, check this out. Frame's looking mighty nice, undercoated. Yeah, still got a couple of wet spots. Got it all on the inside. Got a nice crisp line there on our firewall. Everything else, everything from here up is going to be painted body color. So that's going to look really nice. And we even got it all underneath. Beam her up, Casey.
You don't want to show them the trunk?
Oh, the trunk. While Casey's beaming it up, this lift is so slow, we actually got the trunk. Yeah. And that new piece of metal that I welded in. If I'd hold the camera straight. Yeah, man. Of course, we got all this undercoated before we installed that fancy rear end. But me and Casey had enough cans to get underneath here. And check it out. Yeah. Well, it just makes it look a lot better under here, doesn't it? That is just a good sense of accomplishment. Yeah. Looking good, looking good. What do you think?
Technically, a quarter of the car's painted already.
Technically. Well, we got the engine and transmission reinstalled, and all of that went back just like we wanted it to. And the main reason for that was wanted to check this cable for a clutch. And yes, it rolls right around there, and as y'all can probably see down there, let me zoom you in a little bit here. Yes, it fits. And that was one of my main concerns, if it was going to loop around and fit correctly on this car. And it did. No problem. Like I say, everything lined back up like it was supposed to. Got that back seat installed. Like I say, bolted on the bottom. That piece is made on the back that it goes into in bolts. And that turned out really, really good. That is going to be one secure seat for them kids, no doubt. Got some other miscellaneous stuff done. We got the shock mounts bolted back in, as you can see. And we're using these big yellow Monroes for this. We're still going to put a shock up through the coil spring, but I wanted to put a really heavy-duty gas shock here. This will help smooth out that ride and keep this thing from having wheel hop. Here's the ones that we're putting on. Yeah, they're quite big, but I think it'll work great for this application. Well, guys, unfortunately, that's all we've got done here lately on the Mustang. Currently, I have been just so busy trying to clean up the mess and redo all my security stuff where the gun store got broken into, and of course they broke in through the shop, so got to fix all that crap too. And you know, all of that has cost me a lot of time, a lot of money. I have not even worked on this car all week long. The video you're seeing now is the work I done the week before. But we are still motivating on the car, fixing to order 2 doors, a fender, because we already have a fender, try to get that trunk and piece that he wants back there, and some other parts. We start getting this thing together. We're probably not too far out from doing some of our body work in primer, which brings me to the next thing we're up to. We're got a gravel laid, all that area cleaned at the end of the shop. Talked to the concrete guy, and they're going to try to get us within a week, is what he said. I didn't think that was a bad wait time, and his price I thought was reasonable for the labor and the concrete that needed to be done. It's going to be a 16 by 40, and by the time I cut off, we're only going to have like a little 6-foot mix in place in the back. So we have 16 foot wide, 34 foot long paint booth with a gob of lights and good airflow. So that'll ensure all of our paint jobs and everything get done correctly. It's worth the investment, but there again, I mean, it's time consuming. Stuff like this takes me from actually working on the cars. So in the next couple of weeks, I mean, I'll get videos out, but they may not be as lengthy and we may not be getting as much done as you'll see in the next video I put out on the 65 Galaxy. Look forward to that car. It's going to be cool. But as far as for the Mustang this week, that's going to wrap her up, and hopefully next week it'll go a lot better, and I get these parts ordered and I'll get them in here in a timely manner, and we can get some installed and make a lot more progress on this project as we're going. But again, appreciate y'all watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you would please throw us down some comments. If you're able, hit us up on the super thanks, and please like, share, and subscribe. Tell everybody about these videos. That dog running down the road, the cat that's stuck in the tree, I don't care who it is. Tell them. If they can hit the subscribe button and watch it, they need to know. Well, with that being said, appreciate it much. Till the next one, we hope that everyone has a fantastic day.